2347. This is the one that I think the industry will get the most upset at first until I walk through it. But this is the one where anybody who's doing an eviction knows that if you serve the tenant with a copy of that eviction personally, that tenant has 5 days to respond. That doesn't include weekends or holidays. So in most cases, that's going to be really 7 days to respond. This law has now changed that. As of January 1st, they now have 10 days to respond. Now, if you look at a calendar, that's really going to work out to about 14 to 15 days, depending on when they get served. The reason I say this is not that big of a deal is because most households have more than one tenant named, and it's often the case that one tenant will be served personally, but the other tenant gets what we call subserved. They're served through the tenant that got served personally. And that gives that tenant extra time. They didn't change the response times for that other tenant who gets subserved. So basically all they're doing is taking the tenant that got personally served and putting them on the same track, the timing track, as the person who got subserved. So in the end, it's not going to work out to be anything terrible unless it's a single tenant. You just doubled, maybe even tripled the time they have to answer.